was exactly the lead that Great Taste had during the game that was played 5 days ago. They had a 10-point lead at the end of the first quarter. However, the score was different. It was 30-20. This game, Great Taste has already scored 39 points in the first quarter. CRISPA's had its share of scoring. Its defense is the one that's failing them.
That's right. The defenses leave all. You were just talking about their defenses, and again, Bogs Tornado saw a breach in there. Cashed in on it with 2 points to give Great Taste a 12-point lead, 41-29 to inaugurate this second quarter. By Cristobal, fires from 20, got it.
Well, that's a very simple play there, but it's a very difficult shot because it's at the corner from about 20-21 feet, you know. But Cristobal still got it, cut down the lead to 10 points.
Well, that was a simple play in the sense that they were relying on luck, actually. Bogs Tornado didn't need luck to put that ball in. He's always had that touch.
2 straight baskets by Adornado gives them a 12-point lead again.
43-31 is the exact count. We're a minute into the second quarter. Freddy Ubalde puts it up over the head of Bogs Tornado.
That's his 4th point of the ball game. He has 2 points apiece in each quarter.
Still a 10-point deficit here for the Redmanizers. Ricardo Brown was a little jammed in that particular attempt. And here is Willie Pearson. Beautiful penetration by Willie Pearson.
You know, I didn't think he could make that kind of a shot. You know, it's a running shot, not using the board there, but he did it very well. Adornado with offense in his mind has 6 points in the second quarter.
They've got to find some way to handcuff Mr. Adornado, otherwise their cause will be doomed. Here's Willie Pearson, picked up by Joel Banal. Pearson moving the ball to the right side. Gets it over to Freddy Ubalde. Pearson has had 2 big games behind him, and Freddy Ubalde is coming up with a good game of his own.
He has 6 points in the ball game right now, Joe. Remember, last time out he had 12 points, 11 rebounds, plus 5 assists.
That was one of the sterling performances of Freddy Ubalde, and let's see if he can sustain that momentum in this game. Here's Bogs Tornado. He threw Israel completely off balance. What a great one-on-one show there by Bogs Tornado.
He has 8 points in this quarter, and Coach Bernardo may need to shift somebody against Adornado.
By Cristobal responding for the Redmanizers, and the CRISPA deficit is down again to 8 points.
Adornado is doing a one-man show here in the second quarter.
That's right. Wow, he managed to get Great Taste up by 8 points despite the continued forays of the CRISPA Redmanizers. Yari Villamin tried to distract that shot of Ricardo Brown, but Mr. Brown just won't be denied tonight. 49-39. And we've got a foul. Yari Villamin got himself ganged upon by Joel Banal and Tito Lisaga. The foul going against Banal. And Ricardo Brown goes out for Frankie Lim. What is the reason for this, Mr. Howe?
Well, maybe perhaps to give them the proper rest. You know, the ball game won't end at the end of the second quarter. And Lisaga also playing well, given his first rest of the ball game by Alalor. Now, in Great Taste with the team right now, we have 2 of the top scorers in the Magic 10. No? Adornado, the 4th, and Ricardo Brown, number 7. But Ricardo Brown sitting right now on the bench.
Unproductive thrust by the Redmanizers, and a fast break being fashioned by Great Taste, anchored on Joey Carpio, produces another 2 points.
That was an easy break for Great Taste. It was a 3-on-1. Cristobal sacrifice. It turned out to be a 3-on-0 easy layup.
51-39, 12-point lead for the Coffee Men. And another error by the Redmanizers. This could be very costly for them.
Definitely so. The pass was a little bit wide for Gidaban, who was posting up, but Carpio was playing him tough under.
You know, the Coffee Men are figuring that the law of averages is bound to catch up with the Redmanizers. After all, they can't possibly keep losing to CRISPA forever. Foul by Padim Israel, his first.
Yes, his first personal foul. Both of the squads so far are very clean here in the second quarter with 1 team foul. Frankie Lim gets a shot, open, and he makes it.
The guards of Baby Dalupa now really sizzling tonight. That guy Cold from the bench comes up with a 20-footer, and here's Padim Israel at point-blank range, missing but getting a foul.
Very clear foul by Adornado, using his hips against Padim Israel, making him lose his balance. Great Taste is on top by 14 points right now, and they're really pumping in the shots well. The defense of CRISPA certainly not living up to what it is known for.
You bet. Let's take a look at the team foul picture. 2 for Great Taste, a solitary foul for CRISPA. 8:40 left before the halftime break. Padim Israel takes his first shot. See, those are not very decisive conversions from the stripe being taken by the Redmanizers.
As we call it in the vernacular, awa.
Pasang awa.
This one was clear.
Yes, it was. Clean as a whistle. But again, the Coffee men are running the break. Anchored on Frankie Lim. How about that? He took the ball all the way to the iron with hardly any opposition.
Yes, there's no defense completely there. What Great Taste is doing is putting the fast break, while they themselves, although they're giving up the fouls, they are playing tough defense.
That's right. Aleo Lalur picks up his second personal, the third team foul for Great Taste. Again, still only one for the Redmanizers. Here's Abid Gidabin, now at high post. Watching him is Joey Carpio. Gidabin passes it into Yoyo Villamin. A second effort by Yoyo Villamin is in vain. And we've got a foul by Yoyo as he tried to retrieve the lost letter from Frankie Lim.
Well, he had two easy attempts at the basket, but he blew both of them. Both of the shots were short.
You know, this is a very unusual gambit being taken here by Bernie Bernardo, putting his three big men in at the same time, like Padim Israel, Abid Gidabin, and Yoyo Villamin. I don't know if it's working, really. They're down by 14 points right now. Alalor gets it over to Joey Carpio, who in turn finds Bugs Adornado, and the contact whistle blew before anything else can take over. An offensive foul.
Yes, illegal block called against Joey Carpio. This is a good substitution by Bernie Bernardo. He's fielding back Aterco and Philip Cesar, definitely because the second stringers are not delivering.
You know, here's a clip from Joe Concepcion. No manotok, no defense. What do you think of that, Andrew?
It's not really true. I think that it's really the players who have to play the defense. It's not the coach that will play, although it's a coach who will remind you to play.
Exactly.
Now,
Well,
Aterco picks up a loose ball recovery, cuts the lead of Great Taste to 12 again. Easy breakaway for Alolor, but he missed the layup.
and the CRISPA Redmanizers would have banged their heads against the wall if that shot had gone in. In the meantime, we find a hustling Alejo Alolor sending the ball out of bounds. That's intensity spelled with a capital I for you, Alejo Alolor. Baseline inbound by Abid Gidabin. Got to where it was intended. Willie Pearson, however, couldn't get it into the hoop, but he drew a foul from Joel Banal.
You know, Willie Pearson doesn't stand very tall. He's about 6'1", maybe 6'1 and a half. But he has a very good leaping ability. Missing the first shot, but his eyes are on the ball. He goes in for the follow-up, gets it down there, gets the foul from Banal from behind.
Willie Pearson has been getting a lot of playing in the last three games, playing time that is, in the last three games of the Redmanizers, and justifiably so. He's been proving his worth. He just sang his first charity, 55-44. The Great Taste lead is down to 11.
Well, the way he having joined a good team like CRISPA and getting the playing time, Willie Pearson is exactly what Ricardo Brown is last year, a cinch for Rookie of the Year honors.
That's right. 55-45, a 10-point lead for the Coffee Men, and Joel Banal is orchestrating the offensive, calling the play. Aleo Lalor on the right side. Look at Bugs Adornado with his mouth open. He pumps and off Philip Cesar.
Yes. Well, Adornado loves to fake off that first one. You bite into it, and that's it. Goodbye.
Everybody in the PBA League, past or present, has bitten into that fake. Atoiko finds himself inside a crowded situation. The steal perpetrated by Frankie Lim, and we have a preemptive foul by Philip Cesar. No, it was Atoiko, I'm sorry.
Yes, he got himself up in the air, couldn't find anybody to pass to. Made an error again.
And that's a whopping 12-point lead right there for the Great Taste Coffee Men. Alalor goes up for Ricardo Brown. More bad news here for Bernie Bernardo. If Brown picks up where he left off, we're going to see another gunfight at the OK Corral coming from one blazing barrel. And that's Ricardo Brown. There it goes. Out this time.
Well, it was almost in, and he probably wanted to greet you, Joe, there.
These guys always want to make me eat my hat. Huh? All right, here is Abid Gidabin with a finger roll.
I think they should continue to want to go to Gidabin if they want to get back in this ball game. Definitely Gidabin stands about 3 inches taller than Joy Carpio, and maybe could really use his experience against Joy there downstairs.
Well, in the last two games, Abid Gidabin might as well be standing 10 feet tall. And look at this particular sequence. Adornado nearly got himself choked between two CRISPA Redmanizers. Unproductive pass by Great Taste. Here's the big guy dribbling the ball, passing it off to Ate.
Oh, what a great pass, but Gidabin just loses control of the ball completely.
I think the ball slipped out of his hands at the time. He was about to lay it in. Foul by Philip Cesar. Only his first personal. Already the 14th foul for CRISPA against 5 for the Coffee Men.
That was such a great play that Atoiko lost an assist because of the slipped ball.
That's right. And CRISPA lost 2 points.
That's right, and they're still down by 10. Philip is not biting into the fake anymore of Atoy.
Resulting in that air ball by Bugs Adornado. And here's Atoiko fashioning a fast break. Padim Israel, he's picked up by Ricardo Brown. The Great Taste defense is coming down on defense beautifully.
Forced shot there by Willie Pearson and a pass. Oh, he's tired.
He is tired. He doesn't have enough muscle to put that ball in. And we've got a bang-up affair here between Padim Israel and Joel Panalo, resulting in an offensive foul by Padim. Second foul by Padim Israel. Let's take a look at that last piece of action again in slow-mo.
Well, he was no way he could control his momentum. It was a sorry break for CRISPA. They were 3-on-2 in that situation, and they did not run it properly, you know.
In the meantime, we have another moratorium in the action. We shall be back in 90 seconds. Very significant substitution during that last timeout. Boy Vicente taking over the slot position from Joey Carpio.
And also Arnie Tuades coming into the ball game for Adornado, who after scoring 8 points in the second quarter suddenly found himself cold.
Not really cold. They were really ganging up on him. 57-47 is the count. Oh, a near steal there by Abid Gidabin. Frankie Lim puts it up. Can't be Sunday every day for him. This time it's Arnie Tuadles' turn. He cops out. A little gun shy. Frankie Lim isn't gun shy, but he just won't go.
Banal, second time tapping the ball out, and Arnie Tuadles finally gets it in.
The Coffee Men getting the lion's share of the offensive rebounds. 4 minutes and 55 to go. They're up by 12 again, 59-47. 5 team fouls apiece. Here's Willie Pearson directing the play from the left side as Ricardo Brown hounds him like he owed him a lot of money. Israel gets it over to Philip Cesar, who is guarded by Joel Banal.
Only 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
That was a great opportunity for Abid Gidab. Fortunately, Padim Israel was there for the follow-up.
That's right. He used the glass, was wide off the ring, but Padim was there for the follow-up. Good slide in play, but Vicente was intimidated, and Vicente commits a foul against Willie Pearson.
That's the 16th foul for Great Taste against only 5 for CRISPA. Time down to 4:22 before halftime, and Willie Pearson is replaced by Freddy Ubalde. Well, at this point, we'd like to pause for a few seconds to allow our provincial stations to identify themselves.
We'd like to greet our televiewers there and the basketball fans from Zamboanga.
All right, a lot of them are watching this game in Zamboanga. Philip Cesar is not from Zamboanga. He didn't sink the shot. 59-49. Great Taste on the offensive anew, and here's Arnie Tuadles. He dances inside the lane, and he was caught for an offensive foul of Padim Israel, his 3rd personal.
Things are not falling into place for Arnie today, not like the other game. He has not really gotten himself going in this ball game, and he has 3 personal fouls right now.
That's right, he hasn't gotten himself into the groove, and that was the 17th foul for Great Taste.
While CRISPA is not too far behind, they have 5.
They still have 2 to spare just the same. And here's Abid Gidab going up against Vicente. He gets it in. And Boy Vicente was only too aware that they were over the limit, and that's why he only put up a very small semblance of defense.
Yes, it's useless to foul. The guy might even have a 3-point play for himself. There's going to be a foul called on Padim Israel playing tough defense there. His 3rd personal foul.
By the way, stay tuned for 2 special halftime features tonight. First, the PTA mailbox portion featuring NCC's Chip England. And second, our Grosby Inside Basketball portion with Norman Black discussing the matter of a give-and-go play. At the same time, we've got a ceasefire. We'll be right back. Dr. Andrew J. Howe, if only you looked like that, I'd love you.
Well, those are wives of the players, actually, of CRISPA. We have
I see.
Mrs. Cesar and Mrs. Cole from left to right.
I see. All right. So much for that. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left before the halftime break. And we've got Ricardo Brown. He takes one off Freddy Ubalde.
That's right. He's been having a good game. Very consistent. Ricardo Brown.
15 points for Ricky Brown so far.
Well, last time he only scored 20, and we're still in the first half with 3 minutes left, you know.
Well, this guy is a hot candidate for a Magnolia Best Player of the Game award. All right, here's Abid Gidabin with a reverse layup.
They're really going to Gidabin because Victorino has 3 fouls, and they want to get Victorino out of the ballgame as much as possible.
Manny Victorino versus Abid Gidabin at low post. He goes up against 3 CRISPA defenders, and that shot went for naught.
That's what you call a forced shot, really.
Really a forced one.
But he comes in there and almost has a good interception. There was a...
That's a big outcry here over the referee's call in that particular piece of action.
That's right. And he called an end-line violation against Great Taste. And he was very adamant about where the stepping was committed. Huh?
Well, as a result of their vehement protestations, the Great Taste bench was issued a warning by the referees. And here's Atoyko forcing the shot inside.
Very clear. Very clear. Offensive foul called on call.
61-53, an 8-point deficit for the CRISPA Red Manizers. That's the third personal for Atoico, and that's the 17th foul for CRISPA, putting them in the same boat as the Great Taste Coffeemen. That's why all defensive and loose ball fouls from here on in on both ends of the floor will incur the penalty of 2 free throws.
There's been a substitution for Great Taste. We have Jimmy Manansala coming in for Franklin.
And here's Ricardo Brown, Tuadles in the three-point region. Brown, likewise in three-point country, moves in the two-point zone. And beautiful cut by Manny Victorino, but the reverse layup won't go. He gets the offensive rebound. He's having a hard time controlling a 3-second violation by Manny Victorino.
Yes. It was very lucky for Victorino that the referees did not cut the push that he did against Gidaben. And he had an easy follow-up already, but then the ball slipped also from his hands.
Wow, error after error on both ends of the floor. I guess that ball is pretty slippery with all the humidity inside the Araneta Coliseum tonight. All these 20 or 22,000 bodies packed inside. Yes?
There's a foul on Victorino. That's his fourth personal foul. Very important and key player for Great Taste, and there are in penalty. Gidaben will take 2 from the 15-foot line.
So Joey Carpio will have to work overtime tonight to fill up the slack that's going to be left by Manny Victorino, who's going to be kept in cold storage for a long time. You can bet on that.
Yes, he probably will not see action the first half. Will probably try to get a few minutes going for himself in the third quarter. Gidaben with 17 points already in the ballgame. Make that 18.
You know what's happening to Abid Gidaben tonight, Andrew Howe, is he's playing pretty much the same role that Mont Fernandez is playing for your team, the Beerhausens.
Well, definitely, if you have a player that has an advantage over another, why not take advantage of it, as they say, you know? And I just happen to have maybe one of the best one-on-one players, no?
Probably the best of them all. El Presidente, Mont Fernandez, but right now we've got a game going between CRISPA and Great Taste. Unproductive pass by the Coffeemen. Atoico, a three-point shot on the way. Good.
Well, the momentum is now going on CRISPA, especially after that fall foul of Victorino. After it goes up a three-pointer, cuts down the lead to only 3 right now.
An 8-point blast by the Red Manizers puts them to within 3 of the Great Taste Coffeemen. Ricardo Brown trying to come to the rescue. He couldn't get a clutch hit in time, and we've got a minute and 50 seconds left before the halftime break. Time enough for the Red Manizers to draw breath. And Abid Gidaben once again.
This time he did it with a drive-in using the left-hand shot. So CRISPA had a 7-0 blast, cutting down that lead to only 1. That lead was big at its peak at 14 points.
That's right, 61-60. We've got a 1-point game in our hands. Here's Jimmy Manansala. They can't buy a basket. Turn around by Arnie Tuadles. Contact whistle goes against Bernie Fabiosa. No, Freddy Ubaldi.
That's right. That's one thing good to have a forward like Arnie Tuadles, who is a great offensive rebounder. Like in that play, if CRISPA had gotten the ball again, they would have been streaking down for a fast break. But Arnie was there for the offensive rebound and the follow-up.
Joel Banal has just been replaced by Chito Loizaga. And those of you NBA fans, in case you haven't heard about it yet, the Boston Celtics have grabbed the lead in the best-of-7 series for the World Championship. They're now ahead 3-2, and the 6th game is going to be played tomorrow morning, Manila time.
And they're going to play it at LA, though. So LA might go for broke there, you know, definitely.
That's right. Tuadles. 63-60.
Clinch, very important baskets by Arnie Tuadles, 2 free throws.
Exactly. It gave the Coffeemen some breathing room, and an offensive foul by Bernie Fabiosa is going to give them more breathing room.
That's right. That's his 3rd personal foul. He tried to play one-on-one against Brown. Brown stood the ground, took the offensive foul. Great defensive play by Brown.
Very heavy attitude here by Ricky Brown, making up for his lack of stature with a lot of cerebral action. Here is Chito Loizaga, giving it to Arnie Tuadles in the three-point region. He swings over to the left side, picked up by Bernie Fabiosa. Jump shot on the run is no good. That was another 4 shot. CRISPA defense is falling beautifully into place now. And Bernie Fabiosa gets the piece of cake.
That was a great pass there. It was intercepted by Arnie Tuadles, but it was stopped straight to Fabiosa, who had an easy layup. 47 seconds left in the second quarter.
1-point game.
Again, Arnie Tuadles for the loose ball recovery.
Chito Loizaga went up for the shot. It was blocked by Philip Cesar, but Arnie Tuadles was there for the rescue. Freddy Ubaldi working up Arnie Tuadles. He is double teamed. A great steal from behind by Chito Loizaga. It was a clean steal, and here's Arnie Tuadles. He's going to go up against Philip. Passes up to Joey Carpio.
And traveling violation called against Joey Carpio.
Arnie Tuadles was intimidated by the side of Philip Cesar, who he knew was really timing his jump to block his shot.
You can see that on our slow motion. Philip was giving enough space for the shot. Let's see if Arnie Well, there's the traveling violation that was called on Carpio. He pivoted, lifted his pivot foot, and he was called for traveling.
Without a visa, without a passport, without a tax clearance, without anything. And here is a high post play by Abid Gidabin. He nearly slipped inside the paint, got himself in time, missed the shot, and Chito Luisaga did wonders on that defensive cure.
That's very true, you know, because there definitely Gidabin had the advantage, but Chito Luisaga played him tough all the way.
So it's a 3-point lead for Great Taste as both squads repair to their respective locker rooms for soul-to-soul or heart-to-heart sessions with their respective coaches. We'll be back with the box scores and then some right after this.